on the last video.
This is just a little extra resistance. Now, entertain me.
Labrys dashes towards us with glared eyes. Just when everyone is shell-shocked by a sudden turn of events, I stand before Labrys.
What are you doing? It's too dangerous!
Onward to the finale. Hey there guys, LOI Games, I'm back with some more Persona 4 Arena. Where we last left off, some person decided to hack into Labrys, and now it is Yukiko's job to get that person out. Now let's go.
Very well.
Let us take care of this. Let's try to end this quickly. Ta-da!
And that's the end of that.
You are no sweat, come on. You gotta do better than that. Alright, let's see the end result.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Evidently, I didn't push her far enough. Well, she is a test unit, so this is as far as my little game goes.
A disgustingly carefree voice emerges from Labrys, who has ceased moving. Her eyes are still lifeless. My friend Labrys still hasn't returned. An uncontrollable fury rages through me in hearing that voice describe her like some broken toy.
Who are you? Give Labrys back! Very well. I've acquired enough data after all. I should thank you all. Although this didn't work out, you did stay in to the very end.
Labrys' shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit behind the whole thing!
Mitsuru-san's words make me remember. Now that I think about it, Labrys' shadow separated from Labrys when she entered the TV. In other words, she only sponsored the tournament. But she didn't drop herself into the TV without someone to do that. This case could have happened. Does this mean that the culprit is controlling Labrys from somewhere outside the TV? From somewhere safe? That can't be forgiven.
Indeed. It was I who stole Labrys away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labrys' persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
This time? Are you still planning something?
The culprit mocks us. I can't take it anymore. I thought that I finally was able to save her. I thought that everything would be alright now.
That's enough! You're the worst! Labrys has a heart! How can you do this to her knowing that?
A heart, Meaningless. Whether or not she has one matters not at all to my plan.
What? That's it!
The voice continues mocking us and ignores my words.
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
It sounds like the culprit just cut off communication. As communication was cut off, Labrys falls to her knees. I rush over and support her body, but she's gone completely limp, and her metal body is very heavy. Everyone here goes silent, and a heavy atmosphere fills the area. Mitsuru-san looks gloomy, but she speaks up with determination in her voice.
It seems whoever our adversary is, they're connected to us. I advise you not to get involved in this matter any further. From here on, you should leave this to us.
Wait a second. We can't just leave things like this.
I understand how you feel, but this is too dangerous for you. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Trust in us and let us work.
This is different from the way she was acting towards me earlier. This time, Mitsuru-san isn't testing me, but is completely rejecting our involvement outright with a firm will. I think that what she's trying to say is probably the correct course of action. There must be something big going on behind this case, and if that's the case, high school students are probably going to be less equipped to handle it than a well-funded organization like Mitsuru-san's. But still, I can't just back down.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
Huh?
Are you serious?
Yep, everybody's expression. Yukon must realize Mitsuru-san's resolution too. This must be something we have to come to an understanding about. My mind understands that, but my heart still.
Yukiko, it's best for now if we go home.
Yukon puts his hand on my shoulder. Did I just hear him say, "for now," under his breath? When I look up in reaction to Yukon's words, I see a strong fire in his eyes. I see. I nod in recognition. After we got out the TV, we disbanded on the spot without much conversation. Mitsuru-san and her friends were a bit flushed since they came outside in the middle of Juness in the midst of a bunch of shoppers. Actually, because there were so many people who looked out of ordinary, we did cause a bit of a stir. I regret that we had to part there so quickly, because there was so much more that I wanted to say. But I know that there was no way that I could really express everything anyway. When I returned to the inn, the day's exhaustion hits me all at once. I drew a bath and even fell asleep in the bathtub for a bit. After I woke up, I went back to my room and was about to go to sleep. But then I received a phone call from an unknown number. Usually I don't pick up calls from numbers I don't recognize, but something tells me that I should pick it up. And it turns out to be...
And allow me to thank you once again. You did a lot to help today.
Mitsuru-san steps out of a long limousine parked on the outskirts of the shopping district and bowed deeply to us. We're in Inaba. But this big black limousine and Mitsuru-san are so out of place, it feels like we're someplace else entirely. I can just tell that everyone around us is watching. Since Mitsuru-san and her friends have finished investigating this case, it seems that they're leaving Inaba. Standing next to Mitsuru-san is Labris, who was the one to call us so we could say farewell in person.
Come on, Yukiko. We have to see her off properly. Huh? Yeah.
Labris was controlled by the culprit back on the roof, but there seems to have been no major issues with her body, so she looks like she's going to be fine. I should be happy because I know that Labris is safe, so I should be smiling, but I just can't. I end up speaking gloomily.
You really are going with them. I'm gonna miss you guys.
I will miss you too, Labris.
I made my decision to throw in with Mitsuru-san. I want to capture whoever's behind this. Whatever it takes. You know how you protected me this time. Now it's my turn to repay the favor.
I'm about to say something that she doesn't have to worry about such things, but I stop myself. I see. So Labris made this decision herself. I wish she could stay here with us. But if my friends made this decision, then I need to support them.
And I'm definitely gonna be back someday. So, why don't you give me a rain check on that promise? Sound good?
Yeah, that's all right. It's still a promise.
Hearing that, I was finally able to smile for Labris. She's right. It's not like this will be the last time we see each other. Our promise will never
I'll be
change.
waiting for you, though. If you break my promise, I'll make you rue the day.
Labris laughs and shrugs at my joke. I need to protect this place. The place where she promised she'd return to. It's not just succeeding the end anymore. I have another reason I need to stay here.
We'll all be waiting for you.
Come back soon.
Everyone feels the same way too. It's sad that we all have to part with someone after just becoming friends with them, but we all believe that we'll see her again. Labris looks like she's about to cry, but she manages to keep her smile and nods. Mitsuru-san tells her that they're about to leave, and once the two of them enter the limousine, it quietly heads off. Labris pokes her head out of the window and waves back at us. She keeps waving until we can't see the car anymore.
Oh, she's really gone.
Yep.
Yeah, but she said she'd come see us again, so enough with the pitiful frown.
What? Did you just call me pitiful? What an incredibly rude thing to say to an idol. Just so you know, I've done a lot of ads for companies under the Kirijo umbrella.
Uh-huh.
I wish I could have introduced myself better.
Being a Persona user is actually quite a big for the Kirijo group. And just like that, we're back to our normal selves. It is sad that Labris isn't here, but Kanji-kun is right. And Golden Week has just started for us. I wasn't able to prepare another box lunch so quickly after yesterday's event, but instead I have a great suggestion.
Hey, why don't we go to June S? We haven't had our welcome back party for Yukon yet.
Great idea, Yuki-chan! I was just thinking the same thing!
Where are you?
You're right. It's been a while too, so let's all go there and catch up.
Yosuke-kun and Yu-kun glance at each other upon hearing my suggestion. Could they be scheming something?
Alright, sounds like a plan. We have a few things to talk to them about too, right, partner?
Yeah, let's go, everyone.
Yeah. Those looks. That's like some kind of secret friend wink, isn't it? They're definitely up to something. I'm not exactly sure what's going on between them, but I have an idea. I'm guessing it's probably something we're all together for, right? We still have Golden Week left, after all. After the welcome back party for Yukon, she and I are in the miscellaneous goods section and looking at trinkets. Teddy and Yosuke have gone back to work while Risei-chan takes Naoto-kun shopping. Yu-kun and Kanji-kun are together in the grocery area. Everyone is doing their own thing.
Boy, was I surprised when Yukon brought that up. I didn't tell her we wouldn't get involved, was it? Can you believe him?
He used to look like that.
No kidding. I wonder what Mitsuri-san would say if she heard that.
She'll probably have you frozen. What Yu-kun and Yosuke brought up during the welcome back party was the reformation, or more like the re-reformation of the investigation team. And it was decided that we'd all pursue this case by ourselves. There were no objections, of course. Everyone seems to have been waiting for Yukun's words, and all spoke up at once. There's no way we can leave what happened inside the town's TV to someone else. I feel bad for Mitsuru-san, but I'm really happy that the two of them were thinking the same thing. I mean, Labris is our friend. There's no way we can sit back and watch while our friend's out there doing her best, especially since this happened in our backyard.
Man, the Kirijo group, huh? If things go bad, this can be an even bigger problem than last year.
I'm sure we'll be able to handle it.
Just don't cook.
You really stepped up to the plate this time. I think I like this new side of you.
I'm a bit happy to hear that from Chie. Whoa, that was close. We almost absent-mindedly walked right into the section we were looking for. We stopped at the destination with a small shop inside Juness. I picked up some colored hair ornaments and compared them.
Wow, this is hard. So many choices. What color should I get?
Your usual, red, black.
You're really into this. Hey, how about this? I think it'll look good on you.
Let me see.
Oh, no, it's not for me.
Pink, yellow, green. As I compared the different colors while answering Chie, she thinks for a bit before making a realization.
Oh, right. We might see her sooner than we think.
Oh, it's for Labrys. That's right. I'm sure that the culprit will be caught faster if we cooperate, rather than just Mitsuru-san and her people going after the case. And that means that the day when I keep my promise with Labrys will come sooner too. Until then, I need to find a color that fits her. I pick various colored scrunchies, and imagine how they'd look decorated on Labrys' hair. Labrys' embarrassed smile also springs into my mind as well.
I just know she'll love it.
I bet she will. I bet she will. Now I'll leave you guys to enjoy the credits.
program was brought to you by the following sponsors.
Please thank those guys.
Welcome to the Velvet
Well?
Room. This place exists between dream and
The
reality,
unconquerable.
mind and matter. Now, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, that was something, guys. I really enjoyed that. Anyway, thank you for watching the Yukiko arc. And we have plenty more arcs to go. And since there's only really one more person here that has yet to be continued and finished, I guess that's the next person that we'll go for. But either way, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed Yukiko. I enjoyed this arc. I hope you guys did too. So, I will see you on the next person that we choose, on our next hero, on our next persona user, or whatever you want to call them. Until then, guys,